I was having this conversation with a young 20-something-year-old guy who talks about the streets a lot, right? And lives in the streets, and him and his guys are in the streets and all this kind of stuff. And he said there was a certain area in London, and he said they run them streets. And I was like, bro, you don't run no streets. Like, and that's the concept that a lot of these gang members seem to think. They seem to think that they run streets, and it's just like, bro, you don't run no streets. The government run the streets. If the government decided to put up a parking sign that you can't park here and it's permit parking only, yeah, that's got nothing to do with you. You don't run no streets. And I think the concept of people running streets doesn't make sense because, you know, you don't own them. People literally fighting over pieces of pavement that they don't own. They don't even own the house on the strip that they're supposedly defending from their quote-unquote ops, all this kind of stuff. And I just think it's such a backwards way of thinking to think that streets are yours, especially in a place where you don't own any land, yeah, you don't own any property, you don't own a business, and to think that you own the streets, like just because you and your guys hang out on a certain street corner, or you, I don't know, maybe push drugs to a certain people out of a certain area, you don't own anything, man. Like, if the government came to put double red lines on your road, there's nothing you could do about it, okay? The streets aren't yours, the road's not yours, the pavement ain't yours. The only thing that is yours is yourself. And that's where the validation comes. The validation comes with yourself. The streets don't love you. Yeah, this is what I've realized. I've had family members grow up as gang members, yeah, and go to jail only for their so-called friends, yeah, to no longer visit them in jail. The streets that they loved so much don't give a damn about you. Once you go down and you do that bird and you're in jail, yeah, they'll show you who really loves you, and the streets don't love you. There was a line by Dave in a song called Hangman.
The streets don't love you. If you died today, they wouldn't donate to your fucking GoFundMe.
And it's very true. Like, half of the people that you say are your G's or your drillers or whatever, they don't love you, bro. Like, the streets don't love you. The only person that's gonna love you is you. And if you don't love yourself enough to get yourself out of this way of thinking that you own these streets and all this kind of stuff, future's bleak for you, mate.